So good morning all. Welcome to the course Analog Circuits. Okay. In the previous 2 or 3 classes, what we have discussed is the BJT, about BJT, right? So first we have learnt about the BJT biasing in 2 sessions, and then we started off with the AC analysis, that is nothing but the small signal operation. Okay. And we have seen the equation for emitter current, base current and collector current. We'll try to solve the problem on that, and then we'll continue that discussion. Okay, voltage gain models, and we try to finish off the BJT part. Okay, so just we'll recall what we have done in last class. Okay, so if you have already written the notes, it is well. Okay, otherwise it is difficult to understand. Okay, I hope you have completed the notes day by day. Okay, so this is also there in your journal. Okay, so this is the circuit we have taken, a conceptual circuit to understand the small signal operation. And I told you there is an instantaneous voltage, DC quantity and an AC quantity, right? So instantaneous voltage will be like it is having a letter small and the subscript will be capital, and it is having a DC. So both its letter as well as subscript is capital. It is called as a DC quantity. Okay, and if you have the letter as well as subscript small, then it is called as an small signal component or AC component. Okay, so this is we have, okay, it will holds good for all the cases: base current, emitter current, collector current. So everything it will holds good. And just try to see your okay. Okay, so similarly it will holds good for voltage also, like here VBE, similarly for VCE. Okay, so that is about you have to understand first. Okay, so then we have explained about this circuit. Okay, so first we are doing the DC biasing. Okay, so we'll remove any AC components that we will remove, and everything is capital in DC analysis. That's what we have done in BJT analysis, and its important equations are listed down. So then we started off with the each of the currents and their associated parameter. Okay, so first we have taken collector current. Okay, so along with that associated is transconductance. Why it is transconductance also we have told. So we started off with this basic equation, then we have substituted the IC as saturation current and VT relation. Okay, because when you are studying MOSFET, you have studied about this. Okay, in BJT you have studied about this in EDC. Okay, so what is VT and all, we'll see it in problem. Okay, how to solve that. Okay, and finally you got the collector current as IC into 1 plus VBE by VT. So this is the final expression you got. So this we need to remember. Okay, so if we continue that, so finally the AC signal component part, if we consider, which is nothing but IC by VT into VBE. So which is this? Okay, IC by equation number 8 is the so collector current. Okay, so which is the signal component. Okay, so I told you when explaining which is this one, small letter everything. So this signal component, so both letter as well as subscript is small, but some letters like C and all we could not differentiate much. Okay, the small and capital, so you should careful in that case. Okay, so then it is associated with the GM, so that GM is defined as collector current by thermal voltage. Okay, so and its graphical analysis we have did. Okay, and it is IC by VBE. It is nothing but the slope of the input characteristic curve, collector current versus VBE. Okay, so these are all the things explained. Then we have taken the base current and its associated parameter is input resistance denoted as R5. So from IC only we have derived the IB, so which we got it as GM by beta into VBE, and the R5 is given as the input resistance associated with that is beta by GM. So these are some of the important relations we will be using so when problem solving. Okay, so then R5 is given another equation also by substituting the GM and all. So it is VT by IB. Okay, so then third part we have taken the emitter current. So emitter current is nothing but base current plus collector current, the basic relation you know, and it associated resistance is input resistance called as RE. Okay, so this also again derived from IC only. So first thing is important, IC derivation, right? So from IC only we have done IB, similarly IE also. So the relation is IC by alpha here. So using that IE we got it as okay IE by VT into VB. So this is a DC current IE. So this is thermal voltage and this is the signal component VBE. Okay. So this also related to resistor RE. So that is given as VT by IE. Okay, so this is the definition of RE, and from this expression, the RE for this case is VT by IE. Okay, so then we try to get another relation for RE by substituting VT in terms of GM. Okay, so IC by VT, we have substituted alpha E by VT. IE by VT is nothing but RE. So from this we got GM, alpha by GM. So alpha value is approximately 1. Okay, so that's why it is approximated as 1 by GM. So this is one of the important relation while finding emitter resistance. Okay, so this is the 6 equations you should remember here. Okay, so using this 6 relation, we try to solve a problem now. Okay, so the everything will be summarized to you. Okay, so this is the relation. So okay, so the relation between the base emitter base current resistance and the emitter current resistance. Okay, so we know that VB is equal to IB R5, which is equal to IRE from the relation 15 and 20. Okay, with the 15 here, what we have 15, R5 is equal to VB by IB, nothing but VB is nothing but what, IB into R5. Okay, equation number 20, if you consider, RE is VB by IE, from this VB is RE into IE. So both I have written together here. So from that, what is R5 is equal to IE by IB RE. Okay, so IE by IB, you know that. Okay, so IE is nothing but IC plus IB. Okay, so IC is nothing but beta times IB. So beta plus 1, IB will come. IB cancel out. What is remaining? Beta plus 1. Okay, so hope you know this basic relation, what I am doing from mouth. Okay, so orally, so you should able to find out this. Okay, R5 is another relation relating the R5 and RE. Okay, fine. So now we'll solve the problem. Okay, so any of these relations you can use. Okay, so you should know the thoroughly the concept of this. So this is the problem. Okay, so already you have in notes, I think you have written it maybe. So I'll try to explain this. Okay, a BJT having beta equal to 100. So whenever they give any transistor or MOSFET, they should give its basic parameters. Okay, so same way BJT parameter is beta. So that is given 100 is biased at a DC collector current of 1 milliamps. They have given the collector current, which is, and which collector current they have given? DC, meaning what? Both letter as well as subscript is capital. Okay, find the value of GM. Okay, that is the transconductance, RE, the emitter resistance, and R5, the base current resistance at the bias point. Okay, so this is the question. So first thing is we need to calculate GM. So what is the GM relation? IC by VT. IC value they have given 1 milliamp, but VT value they have not given. Okay, so this VT value is known to every electronics engineer. Okay, so at room temperature it is approximately 26 millivolt. Okay, maybe in your basic electronics or in the EDC you have done it maybe. Okay, I don't know, but still I will try to show. It is first problem, I will try to show. Next problem and all I will not do this calculation. Okay, so you should understand the VT and GM calculation. Okay, for a 1 milliamp collector current. Okay, so VT is given as K into T by Q. So K means Boltzmann's constant. It's available in your calculator as constant 25. Okay, so if you give constant 25, it will give you the K value, which is 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 23 into T. So T in Kelvin it is. So room temperature normally considered as 27 degrees centigrade. So if you add with 273, that is the formula, right? 273 plus temperature in degrees Celsius is equal to Kelvin. So 273 plus 27 will give you 300, and divided by Q, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. So it will come around 25.8872 millivolt. Okay, so this we consider as approximately 26 millivolt as VT normally. Okay, and then GM we substitute here for a collector current of 1 milliamp. So GM value is always a constant. Okay, so always a fixed value. Okay, so just to show you the calculation, I have substituted 1 into 10 to the power minus 3, and here 25.88 into 10 to the power minus 3. If I substitute, I will get 38.63 milliamps per volt. Okay, so it is a conductance, right? That's why amps per volt it will come, and it is in milli. Okay, 10 to the power minus 3. So this will be approximately written as 40 milliamps per volt. So in the theory concept, I have mentioned this point. Okay, when I'm discussing just to recall. So here transconductance, okay, where we are discussing here. See the last point. We note that BJTs have relatively high transconductance. For instance, at IC equal to 1 milliamps, GM is equal to 40 milliamps per volt. So this is the standard value. Okay, but still here in this problem not given, no, just to show you how it will come for 1 milliamp. So that I try to do. Okay, so if you know that, if you skip also no issue, but better you do it. Okay, so this is the value. These two values will be using repeatedly in even MOSFET also. Okay, so that's why cautious about this value. Okay, whenever I use it in further problems and all. So directly, so VT means it is approximately 26 millivolt. GM means for a collector, so it depends on this collector current. If collector current is given 1 milliamps, then definitely it will come 40 milliamps per volt. Okay, so then we have to calculate RE. So RE is 1 by GM, simple calculation. So GM substitute 40 milli. So 1 by 40 into 10 to the power minus 3 you substitute here. One step I missed here. So you do that. So you'll get 25 ohm as RE value. Okay, it is a very small resistance value. Okay. Then next one is R5. Okay, so R5 formula is whichever formula you can take. So here two formula you can take. So since RE is known, R5 you can use beta plus 1 times RE, the previous relation, right? R5 and RE relation you can use. Or since beta value they have given not used, if you feel, beta by GM also you can use. Okay, so it is 100 by 40 milliamps per volt equal to 2.5 kilo ohm. Okay, even if you take beta plus 1 RE. Okay, so beta plus 1 RE means how much it will come? Beta means 100. 100 plus 1 is 101. 101 into 25, approximately 2.5. More than 2.5, it will come approximately 2.5 kilo ohm. Okay, so both relation you can use to find out this value. A very simple problem. Okay, so like this only you will have the problems. Fine. So we'll go to the next topic, that is to derive the models. Okay, before that, so far we have understood about the current part. Okay, instantaneous current, that is collector current, base current and emitter current. Now we try to look at the voltage part also, because transistor, the main parameter is gain, how much voltage gain. So you have given a small signal and it will be amplified. So that amplified output is a voltage and the given input is a voltage. So the voltage to voltage ratio, okay, that we call it as gain, or nothing but voltage gain we call. So how much is for this conceptual circuit, that we try to do. My next topic is voltage gain. Okay. So again, the same diagram holds good. The discussion continues here. If in the preceding section, we have established only that the transistor senses the base emitter signal VBE and causes a proportional current GM VBE to flow in the collector led at a high impedance level. Okay, so we have done this one. Okay, we have given a small emitter signal and we tried to pass this current. So current IC, we got it as GM into VB, right? So in the collector led at a high impedance level. In this way, the transistor is acting as a voltage controlled current source. This point I have mentioned earlier, right? I will be discussing this in model also, I told you. Okay, so this is a voltage controlled current source. To obtain an output voltage signal, we may force this current to flow through a resistor. Then the total current collector voltage VC will be. Okay, so in the transistor, I told you in the very basic explanation, the transistor main thing is establishing the base current. Okay, once you establish the base current, so it will give you the collector current, which is given by beta times IB. Okay, IC will be established. IC is at the collector side. So once you got the collector's current, so you can easily find the output voltage VCE. Okay, so we normally call it as VCE. Since emitter side there is no resistance connected, so VCE is equal to VC. So this I told you, right? So normally VCE is nothing but, okay, so VC minus V. Okay, sorry, it is VC minus V, both small. Okay, so when VE is not there, so there is no emitter side resistor is connected, then it is 0. So then VC equal to VCE. So VC will be written, okay, as a output. Okay, so this is what the VC. So it is the instantaneous. This is small here. Okay, even in V also we could not write capital small clearly, but this small and this capital. Okay, so VC is nothing but what? So it is VCC minus ICRC. Okay, so this I is here small, instantaneous, and this is capital. Okay, this is all capital because this is a DC. These two are constants. Okay, so this came from the circuit itself. Okay, so you have the VCC connected there and there is a drop across the RC, which is IC. Okay, so what is this IC? So this is an instantaneous collector current which is having a two components. One is DC component IC and there is a AC component or signal component. So if I substitute for that, this will be this equation. Then if you split this, so you will have IC into RC minus ICRC. So this IC here, both letter as well subscript small. Okay, nothing but it is a signal component. Okay, so from this, so we can write this VCC minus ICRC as, because here capital, we can write this as collector voltage, both capital here. Lots of confusion will happen. So be careful about the three terms: instantaneous, DC, AC. So here this VC was instantaneous collector current, collector voltage, which is having the instantaneous collector current here. Okay. So now this voltage, okay, all are capital here. So there you have the DC current. Here you had the instantaneous current. So now this can be replaced by a collector voltage at the DC. Okay, so both letter as well as subscript is capital here. Here it was small, here it is now capital. So this minus this IC into RC. So the finally the collector voltage is VC equal to VC minus IC into RC. So now this and this, what is the difference between this equation and this equation here? So both left side it is same. Okay, right side here, this is instantaneous collector current, but now it is a AC current, signal component current. Okay, so these are the small things you should able to understand. Okay, so then it is easier for you to go through. Okay,
so this is both are small in equation number 24, small IC, and in the upper one it is I small and C is capital, no?
yes, correct. Okay, so that is what instantaneous current, and that substitution I have shown you here, DC as well as AC. Okay, so then it is splitted, and then this is substituted as VC, and this is as it is. So this is the expression we got. Okay, just the collector voltage. We'll continue this. Here the quantity VC is the DC bias voltage. That is the first term I told you, no, DC bias voltage at the collector, and the signal voltage is given by VC. Okay, so here again VC you have two terms. Okay, so here this instantaneous voltage I told you, this is a small letter and this capital letter is equal to, this is VC. Okay, and it is having the signal component. Okay, that is small VC. Okay, I will be coming, it is capital only. So this is small letter as well as subscript is small. So now this can be substituted as this value minus IC into RC. Okay, so very first I explained all the voltage and current, they will have the called as instantaneous, and they will have the DC as well as AC component. Okay, so now this VC also can be written like that. From this, the VC, this is here letter as well as this is small. Okay, so VC is given as minus ICRC. The second part of that equation 24 is this signal voltage. Okay, so small voltage. Okay, so this is what required here. Voltage gain, what we require is VB, we have given input, so we should get the output signal voltage. Okay, so to get that we have done so many derivations. Okay, so that we got it as minus IC into RC. So you know IC is nothing but GM into VB from the previous relation. So GM VB into RC. So GM and RC I will group it into VB. So now this is my output voltage and this is my input voltage here. So VB is given at the input side, small signal, right, in the circuit, and VC is the output voltage. So if you take the ratio output voltage by input voltage, that will be my voltage gain, and it is denoted as capital A small v. Okay, so A stands for gain. Since it is voltage gain, suffix will come V. Okay, so which is given as VC by VBE. If you apply to this relation, it is GM into RC. So this is the voltage gain formula. Okay, so again we can get the another format to this. If we substitute for GM, so you'll get AV as another relation. Okay, so here again we note that because GM is directly proportional to the collector bias current, the gain will be as stable as the collector bias current is made. Okay, and substituting for GM, IC by VT. Okay, so the another equation for voltage gain is minus IC by VT into RC. Okay, any one you can remember, because since you remember GM formula, so wherever you can substitute it. So if you remember 26th equation, it is enough for voltage gain. Okay, so now this is the voltage gain. So based on this, we'll see the problem. Okay, so this is the circuit we have seen very first. Okay, So this is the circuit, same circuit, conceptual circuit I have redrawn here. So in this circuit shown, VB is adjusted to yield a DC collector current of 1 milliamps. Okay. So VB is able to get a DC collector current of 1 milliamps. That means this VB will give you 1 milliamp DC current, that is capital I, capital C. Okay. So let VCC equal to 15 volt. VCC value they have given. RC is given 10 kilo ohm and beta is given 100. Find the voltage gain VC by VBE if VB is equal to 0.005 sine omega t volts. So this VB is a AC signal component. So this is a sinusoidal, right? So sinusoidal will have, so like this, it is a sinusoidal wave. So it will be having the amplitude as well as the sine part, right? So this is the amplitude 0.005. It is a very small, right? VB is very small, this signal. Okay. So that is given. So then find VC of t and IB of t. Okay. These are instantaneous values. So here letter is small, subscript is capital, both cases. Okay. These two you have to find out from the given data. Okay. So how to proceed it? So first write down the given things. Then what are the relations, just to quickly glance it, and which equation suits to find out your answer. Okay. So like that you have to analyze. This is the analytical skill. So IC is given 1 milliamp. This is capital here, see here, capital letter, capital subscript. Okay. 1 milliamp. VCC is 15 volt, RC is 10 kilo ohm, all these constant, beta is 100, VB is given 0.005. Yep, Ines.
Actually, by looking at this page, we are not able to differentiate between capital C and small letter c. Like, can you give like a bit different denotation for the small c and V as well? Like,
No,
it's hard to.
because English letters, no, we could not change this one. Okay, only thing is while writing
So,
only we
like
have to make
V, you
small.
can,
No, you will
yeah,
understand.
while writing only.
So if you are consciously writing the notes, so you will definitely understand this. No difficulty here. Okay, because while explaining the things only there it is written. Okay, when I say signal voltage, it is understood. This is small and this is small. Okay, when I say DC bias voltage, it will understand that it is capital and this is capital. So like that I am telling. Okay, only remember the three terms: instantaneous, DC voltage, and the signal. Okay, so signal component will have letter as well as subscript small. You can note down somewhere. Okay, instantaneous will have the letter small, subscript capital, and for DC both letter as well as subscript capital. Okay, so if you remember these three, then anything you can do it easily. Okay,
Signal, what will it be?
signal both are small, letter as well as subscript small. Okay, DC both capital. Okay, and for instantaneous, nothing but it is a combination of DC as well as AC. It is letter is small, subscript is capital. Okay, so this coming to this problem now. So these are the given things. So first thing is we should know either GM. Okay, GM, if you know, it is very easy because AV formula we know, it is IC by VT into RC. First thing, voltage gain we have to calculate, right? So IC by VT into RT. IC by VT is nothing but GM. So any of this formula you can use here. Okay, so better you go for this. I have given both here. You better go for this one. Okay, because it is easy. And you know that GM value for a DC collector current of 1 milliamp. In the previous problem, we have solved this. That's why I have not shown. For a DC collector current of 1 milliamps, VT is approximately 26 millivolt. And if you substitute GM, which is IC by VT, okay, so you'll get 40 milliamp per volt. So directly I can substitute that in this, okay, and I will substitute the RC value 10 kilo ohm. So this 10 to the power plus 3 and minus 3 cancel out. Minus 40 into 10 is minus 400. Okay, so the gain is normally don't have any unit, but both are voltage. It is shown as AV by voltage by voltage. Okay, clear? So it is the voltage gain. Okay, so that is the first part. Now second part of the problem is you need to find out the VC of t and IB of t. Okay, so just look at, after that I will send you the notes so that you can solve that. Okay, so then VC of t, so nothing but it is instantaneous voltage equal to DC voltage minus AC voltage. This is the formula we have done from formula number. So equation number 24. Okay, is the formula I'm using. VC equal to VC minus small VC. Okay. So I will substitute for that. So capital VC means VCC minus ICRC. And this VC in terms of, if you write voltage gain now, so it is GMRC into VBE. Okay. So already minus is there. That's why GMRC into VBE. Okay. Voltage gain part I have used. Okay. This one. Okay. So VC by VBE equal to GMRC is there. So VC is nothing but minus GMRC into VBE. Okay. Cross multiplied. So that I have substituted because I know these values. No. So I have used that. So substitute here. VCC is 15. IC is given. RC is given. So GM is known. RC is known. VB is known. Okay. So substitute everything. So you will get, so 15 minus here you will get 10. It is 5. Then minus sign is there, minus. Then minus 3 plus 3 cancel out. 40 into 10, 400. 400 into 0.005 you will get minus 2. Okay. 2 sine omega t volts. So this is the instantaneous collector voltage. Okay. So it is having the DC component as well as AC signal. Okay. Similarly, the base current. Okay. Base current instantaneous value is nothing but it is having DC as well as AC. Okay. So DC part calculated as IC by beta, and this IB, you know that. Okay. So GM by beta into VBE. Okay. So substituted the IB formula. So IB value. Okay. So one of the equation. Okay. So because here known values. Okay. Beta is given 100. IC is 1 milliamp. GM 40. Okay. Then 100 beta and VB is known. So just everything is substituted and calculated now. So this is 10 into 10 to the power minus 6 will come. And here it will 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 will come. Clubbed it. So I can write it as 10 plus 2 sine omega t microamps. I can write like this. Okay. So this is the base current. Okay. So just in the formula we have substituted. So what you have known is earlier in the DC biasing only the first part. Okay. We have not taken that together. Okay. Now in small signal operation, this component will come. But when we are discussing this component, we should not neglect this component. So we have to consider along with that. Okay. And this together we call it as instantaneous. So here letter is small and subscript is capital. Okay. So as we done the concepts, we will familiar with that. Okay. Fine. So we'll go to the next concept. That is separating the signal and the DC quantities. Okay. That's what our discussion. Now it will be clear to you. The analysis IBU indicates that every current and voltage in the amplifier circuit of figure A is composed of two components. Okay. And these things I have told in very beginning only, so that you should not confuse. What is that? One is DC component, another is a signal component. Okay. For instance, if you have a VBE equal to VBE plus VBE. So here, how you will identify now? Instantaneous is this one. Letter is small. So letter like C, V, we could not do any changes, right? So you could not take another value also. Okay. So it is completely this one meaning will go. Okay. That's why you could not do that in transistor analysis. Okay. So VBE, okay, equal to, this is both capital here both small. Okay. So IC like IC plus IC like that. Okay. So how we will identify? While writing only. Okay. So my writing, it is looks like I try to do it. Okay. This is capital, this is capital, and this is small. Okay. But somewhere it is not matching. Okay. So but while writing, you do that. Okay. The DC components are determined from the DC current circuit given in figure B. Okay. So we have written 4 equations, no, and from the relations imposed by the transistors. Okay. So the DC components of this will be calculated from DC analysis. Okay. BJT biasing, whatever we have done. Okay. So AC component, this AC analysis you have to find out, and both together it will form the equivalent model. So on the other hand, a representation of the signal operation of the BJT can be obtained by eliminating the DC sources. If we remove the DC sources, what are the DC? VCC I have removed and VB I have removed. If I remove that, so only AC part will be there, and this is also AC now. Okay. So, and these relations all derived, that only written here. Okay. Just to summarize. So it is VB by R5, RC. This is the emitter collector current, GM into VBE. This is emitter current given as VBE by RE. Okay. All these are AC analysis. Okay. Sorry. Observe that since the voltage of an ideal DC supply does not change, the signal voltage across it will be zero. For this reason, we have replaced VCC and VBE with short circuits. Had the circuit contained ideal DC current sources, these would have been replaced by open circuit. Okay, so since VCC and VBE are the DC one are there, so if we remove that, means it is short circuited. In case if you had a current source, we have made open circuit. Okay, so like that. So this is about the discussion. So finally, so this is this discussion is leads to our models. Okay, so BJT model we have told, no, there it is going the discussion. However, note that the circuit of figure is useful only in so far as it is shows the various signal currents and voltages. It is not an actual amplifier circuit since the DC bias circuit is not shown. Okay, so this circuit, whatever I have shown you, it is not a complete circuit. Just to show you the differentiation between DC and AC component, shown this picture. Okay, figure also shows the expression for the current increments. Okay, so what is that? IC, IB, IE, small letters that I have shown, no? Okay, obtained when a small signal VB is applied. These relations can be represented by a circuit. Such a circuit should have three terminals, okay, collector, base and emitter, and should yield the same terminal currents indicated in figure. So that means last time you have done network theory and you have done the analysis, right? Okay, but in case now in that place, if the transistor comes over there, and the transistor, how you model that, how you apply the analysis, very difficult, no? That's why by understanding the transistor currents and voltages, we try to bring a equivalent model which is in terms of either a voltage source, resistor, like that. Okay, so if we bring that, so that you can do the easily analysis, that we try to show here as a model here. Okay, the resulting circuit is then equivalent to the transistor as far as small signal operation is concerned, and thus it can be considered an equivalent small signal circuit model. So this you have already done in diode also. So diode also you have studied something called as piecewise linear characteristics, or AC diodes. Okay, equivalent. So if you have a diode, silicon diode like this, so the silicon diode cutoff voltage, 0.7. Okay, so based on that, so you have drawn the equivalent circuit like this, right? So it is replaced by a battery of 0.7 volt. Okay, it is having an internal resistance, a small internal resistance. It is called as R diode, RAC maybe. Okay, I don't know what you have taken. And then a ideal diode to show the direction of the current. Okay, so this is the model of the diode. For example, in the network circuit, if you have RLC component and now along with diode is there, how you analyze that, you confuse, right? Instead, what we do normally, we'll find the equivalent circuit. So if you have the battery resistance, so this is just ideal now, so you can omit it, right? So just an voltage source and resistance, you can easily apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law and you can do the analysis. Okay, that's the same idea we try to do here with BJT. Okay, so that model is there. So time is running. So in the next class, I will try to finish it off. A small portion is there. Okay, so that we do, and we'll continue in the next one as a MOSFETs. Okay, that completes the one unit here, BJT. Okay, so this is it, hybrid 5 model. This is try to explain it. Okay, so a transistor will be replaced by a resistor and a dependent current source like this. Okay, and alternative model also we have. Okay, this small portion is left out. In the next class, I will try to complete it. Okay, so thank you. We'll see tomorrow again for both the classes.